Jake scores on the backhand. It's a glorious save right there. Oh, Carlo. Oh, what? Oh my God, what a save. What is this? What is this? Oh, yeah. Got it. Jake has gotten his first NHL win. Here we go. This is a staple. Connor Bedard. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We're going to continue our goaltender Be a Pro here on NHL24 with our goaltender Jake Anderson. Let's see if we can get the ball rolling and get a whole bunch of wins, shall we? Alright, let's see what we can do. Ladies and gentlemen, we are actually going to be going against Connor Bedard, the draft pick that should have went to Chicago technically, but apparently they decided to draft Jake Anderson here, so we'll see how things flow here. Oh yeah, let's go. Now we're getting in there. We're getting into it. Just gotta have a few good games here and gather some momentum. That's what we need. Tristan Jarry as the goaltender for the Sharks. I hope everybody is doing fantastic. Doing very good. Doing pretty good. Just trying to work and get this channel up and running and on my journey to at least to start off with 500 subscribers, but it'll come as it comes. Don't want to force anything. Ooh, there we go. Let's go. Let's have a good game there, Jakey. So, I watched the video earlier, and it does have to do with EA and their NHL games. What do you guys think is either A, the best NHL game ever made, or which is the last good NHL game made? Now, I'm kind of torn because I think one of the best NHL games ever made was either NHLPA Hockey 93 or NHL 94. Those were like two of my favorites growing up as a kid. They were always a lot of fun, especially playing with one of my buddies. But I have to agree with a few different people's opinions that I've noticed. A lot of people say like 2011 or NHL 11 was the last good hockey game. I've heard 12, 13, 14. To be honest, I think that was probably the last time that we really seen something of NHL games that would keep you excited and keep you engaged in the game. Well, there's our stats. Let's hope we can improve those. But like these games right here with these unbelievable looking graphics, I'll give them that. Absolutely great graphics. The programming and their physics to the game are, to me, are not on point. And whoa, Jesus, what a save. The only problem with NHL and, well, not necessarily NHL, but EA, their big thing is HUT. They only concentrate on HUT, and I'd have to agree on one video that I was watching, and unfortunately, when they hit to a certain point of the year, it just seems like they just don't care anymore. And unfortunately, to me, I think that the HUT mode is arcadish in a way. They're trying to bring arcade with as realistic graphics and physics as possible, but you want to get that that arcade feel behind it to deal with it, right? But the only problem is when we're playing single player modes like BAP Pro, for example, right here. They claim like, oh yeah, we got things a little bit more even. There's more love for the goaltenders, but yet I don't see an improvement from 13 or from 23. In 23, I didn't see a big improvement from 22. I have a theory, and again, this is just a theory of my own opinion based on what I see and information I'm given. But we're probably not going to see a huge change in these games. For example, which NHL game was only made for like PS4 or that era of consoles? When was the first game only made for that generation of system? Now think about it. Now we're playing NHL24 that they've made for PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. Right? But once we see an NHL game that's made strictly for like the newer consoles in the present day, we're not going to see a huge change until it's only made for the updated systems. Once they stop making it for like PlayStation 4, that is when we're probably going to start seeing like a menu change. Like the look of it's going to be different. The graphics are going to look different. The flow of the game's going to be different. But I have a feeling what's going to be the same is everything's going to be directed toward HUT. There's not going to be any upgrades in your BAP Pro or your franchise mode. You know what I mean? We're not going to have those. It's not going to happen. They got storylines now for X Factors. I'm already started this one. You probably heard it in a video before. That I gotta wait. Other than this year, I gotta wait 5 years before I can get an X Factor. 5 years. And of course, the one X Factor that you need, or that you would want right away, is the one that you gotta wait 5 years for. And you gotta stay on the same team. Now, what if the team trades me? You know what I mean? Like, what if the team trades you, then you can't get that X Factor? Is there another way I could get that X Factor? You know what I mean? Like, what you should do is stay here for your entry-level contract. That's a 3-year contract. And more than likely, by the looks of it, when you request a trade, they tell you, no, we need you for a little bit longer. You're a huge asset to this team and our future. Yes, but in like year 2 with this one, we might get into a point where we basically got the exact same team. Well, if we got the exact same team, you're not doing anything to keep me wanting to be here. Now I would want to trade, please. Like, some of these things got to change. When you're a player, how many times the coach talks to you while you're playing in a game is absolutely insane. Like, how about in like actual key moments, like we're tied with 2 minutes left to play in the third period. You know, we need a goal. We need something. You know, like that would be an important time for me to come in and have the coach talk to me. When we're up 2-0 in the first period and there's only a minute left in the first, that is not a time that I need to talk to the coach. Nor should the coach be wanting to talk to me. So, you know, it annoys me. It extremely annoys me and how many times you have to talk to the coach in the middle of a game. That's not even talking about when you're in the BAP Pro menu where you start getting conversations with your agent, your coach, the media, your teammates. When I started the Mav Be a Pro, I didn't realize how many meetings I had to have before I could play one preseason game. I had like 4 conversations. I had to talk to the GM, then I had to talk to the coach, and then there was my agent, and then I had to talk to the media about something. It's like, can I just play the game? You know, GM, understandable. He wants to welcome me to the team. The coach, understand. He wants to welcome me to the team. My agent, I really shouldn't need to see my agent, but apparently it's the only time you have to see your agent. The reason for it, nice goal. No, my agent. The agent's just there to tell you that you signed your entry-level contract. Whoop-de-doo. I really didn't need to have an animation that the game has to load up just to let me know that I signed my entry-level contract. You know what I mean? So there's that. Like the coach. Oh, nice goal. I'm talking to the coach. The coach is just like the GM. It's, hey, how you doing? Welcome to the team. You know what I mean? Great. I really don't need to talk to the media. The media really shouldn't talk to me until the regular season starts. And unfortunately, talk to you before the preseason starts. They talk to you after your first game after the preseason starts. And then they want to talk to you after like the next 2 games they want to talk to you. Like there's just way too many meetings and things like that. And then even then I realized that some of them are broken. Some of them have said like, oh, promise that you'll win the next game. I'll play the next, I won't even play a game. I'll get probably put into the net because like one of our goaltender wasn't doing very good. You know, you replace a goalie that is obviously not doing good. Like had like 3 goals on 4 shots, and you're like, well, you know, this goalie ain't doing very good. Well, let's put in our backup. Yeah, I don't get to play the game. They don't give you the option of saying, hey, you're being thrown into this game in the middle of the sim. Do you want to play? Yes, I would love to play when I'm actually playing in net. But because of that portion, you now played that game, but you don't get credit for playing a game. You don't get credit for the loss. You don't get any kind of game credit whatsoever. You don't get any kind of like, you don't get any kind of control over it. And the next thing you know, the coaches want to have a talk with you, and he's like, yep, you didn't succeed with the challenge that I set upon you to win the next game, because the game that you played was a losing cause because of the other goaltender, not me. And that's a nice goal. Let's go, boys. I should be talking about this kind of stuff more often. Like, there's just so many things in this game that need to be fixed. You know, like, just so many things that need to be fixed. There's times where I'm playing and I have my player skating very close to the net, to the puck, and he'll just skate right by it. It's like, but yet, if anybody's played hockey, you know for a fact that if you were going by that puck, you'd be reaching out your stick to scoop that puck. You know you would. And that's the thing, man. Just some of the stuff is just, well, one thing I know I don't like, and I'm not saying that like for some of these people who can do all the technical button pressing to do the lacrosse move and have it done perfectly every single time, or any of these other manual geeks and stuff, I don't have that kind of talent, right? I don't have that kind of talent to do those things, so having like certain geeks on the face buttons are, I would say, kind of helpful. I don't mind them. But if you're circle button, or I believe what? I think it's B on Xbox, I believe. If that button is your hit button, your right joystick that's also your shoot button should not be your hit button. I really don't like it when I'm playing Be a Pro mode, like in Mavs, the Be a Pro for Mav. I've turned down interference calls because I cannot stand how many interference calls are done when I'm by the net and I'm trying to take a shot. I don't want to go for a hit, I want to go for a shot. Your hit, the hitting should not be part of the right joystick if that's also your shot button. Or have a better system that when you're on the offense, the game tells you that that right joystick is more likely going to be a shot and not a hit. And if I want to hit in the offensive zone, I'll hit circle. But that's my take on the button pressing. That's the only thing I've really gotten an issue with. For when it comes to buttons. That was kind of stupid. But yeah, like, I don't know what their thought process is. And for people who like HUT, that's great. I'm not saying, like, the concept behind it is a great concept of buying digital cards and playing this game with those cards is a great idea, but my personal opinion about the whole matter is it's just a waste of money. You buy digital packs of hockey cards with real life money, mind you, and you buy those cards that only work for this game. Your currency, when you sell, like if you sell, let's say you got a roster full of 99 overalls, right? And then you turn around and sell those cards, that currency that you sold those cards for do not transfer over, right? So really, let's say in 1 year you spent $2,000 on digital packs. That $2,000, fuck. That $2,000 that you spent doesn't go to the next NHL game. Unfortunately, that does not carry over. So what is the point of spending all that money? If you want a very good example on the idea of online packs like that can get people into trouble and things like that, look up a guy named Troy Dan on YouTube. He does a lot of pack openings for NBA 2K, and like literally you could probably see recently for the most recent one when those 99 overall cards came out for NBA 2K. He spent lots of money, and he even shows you on his math. His math might be a little bit off, but really, if you run around it down to like give or take $100 or whatever, that's thousands of dollars that have been spent on these packs. How many 99 overall cards do you think he got? As far as I've seen, he only got one. and he spent over thousands of dollars to try to get these cards, and he's got one. It's just not worth it. Like, the amount of money that you spend on these packs, the odds of getting some of these players are just astronomically unreal. You know, I'd rather buy a real life pack of hockey cards and save those hockey cards. Those hockey cards, let's say, probably won't be worth a lot of money depending on the card that you got and the market for them. But I can tell you right now, they probably make me more money than these digital online cards are getting you. Like, I like the concept. I like the early concept of HUT, where you didn't have to buy the packs. You had to do challenges to unlock these cards and packs and things. It was more of like, okay, you want to make a good team, you got to get these challenges done. And that's how you got good cards. Now it's just, to me, it's a money grab like any other game out there. And then now you got battle passes coming out that every other game has. Now you got one for EA for your online shell. I think it's the stupidest thing I've ever seen for a sport game. And I don't even like the F1's battle pass. And then again, I don't really play F1 online anyway, but it's still, to me, it's almost really stupid about having these battle passes. And then you got a store that you could buy things with the online currency that you'd be paying for HUT. Like, they're just trying to find ways to get more money out of people. And that's kind of where I think that EA has gone wrong. They've just gotten to the point where now it's just greed. It's like, let's just copy and... It's like, let's copy and paste this game, make minimal changes on it, and we're still going to get people buying HUT packs. Now that people play Chell a lot, now we're going to get them to put money into Chell so they can get the equipment that they want, the banner they want, and all this other crap. It's just, it's really stupid. Whatever happened to feeling satisfied that you actually went and unlocked something with accomplishments? You know, the last thing that I remember that I enjoyed in an NHL game, and I seen it in a football game when I was younger for N64. And what they did is they had things of like, can you rewrite history, and giving you these moments like almost like this. We're down, San Jose's down by a goal. Instead of Chicago winning the game, let's say we won this game. Instead of Chicago winning the game, can you take the reins and rewrite history and get the Sharks to win this game instead of the Blackhawks? That was great, because then they would give you like a 5-minute game that you got to play the third period of, come back and tie the game and possibly win the game. You know, those were great. Those were challenges. And then they give you trophies and maybe a little reward here and there. I felt like I earned something. I had to work for it and earn it. F1 Manager 23 has things like that, and like little stipulations that you got to do. Can you get more points than what a certain F1 team had in this race? Can you stop Max Verstappen from winning his 500th career race? Like, it's like those things that just like get you to really think, get you to challenge your skill at playing hockey or whatever game that you play. You know, I like to challenge myself, but at the same time, I want to have fun. I want something that's going to be engaging to me and keep me wanting to play. You know, when I'm playing the game and I'm playing goalie and I'm in proper positioning that any goalie would ever be in real life, and you don't stop anything. You're just Swiss cheese. There's nothing you can do about anything. And then seeing what some people say is like, in like your franchise mode, having a 95 overall goaltender will do worse than a goaltender who's at 83. Well, how's that work? Isn't the high overall supposed to be a better player? Shouldn't he be stopping? Shouldn't he be playing better than the other goaltender then? Is that the case? Like I said, it just doesn't seem like EA cares about how the gameplay is. They just care about making money. You know, and I understand you're a business. You want to make money, but someone like me who's not going to spit money into your online loads, you're not making any money from me. And I'm at the point where I want another company to come out with a game. You know, there's this game, we won this game. I'll just kind of put that on pause or end my little rant for the first game here and get to more serious matters. But yeah, I think EA really needs to buckle down real quickly. Get back to their roots. Make a good game where people are excited to want to play. You know, they have fun playing your game. They want to buy your game. They're looking forward to buying your game every single year. To me, I'm not excited to buy a lot of these NHL games, but because there's no other company out there making these games, our hands are tied to pay for EA's games to play these games. Alright everybody, here's game number 2. And unfortunately with that little rant that I was doing in the first one, I'm going to edit out some of that stuff. So mainly probably at the end of that last one, because it was just getting to the point where he's getting overboard. So no more of that. It's cut. It's dealt with at the most part. Oh, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna stop trying to spit the puck out all the time. But here, how about this one? Here's a good one for you guys to comment down below. Who do you guys think is gonna win the cup this year? Actually, how about your first season predictions? Or not first season. The first round predictions. Who do you guys think is gonna win out of the matchups that we're gonna have? It's going to be really interesting. I haven't really taken a look at the playoff tree or potential playoff trees. I know my favorite team is in. So that's a plus on my books already. Seeing my team in the playoffs is just good enough for me right now. I've had a couple heartbreaks in my years of being a fan, so... And if you guys want a little bit more context, both times have ended up in a riot, so let's just put it that way. But I wish all the teams the best of luck in the NHL playoffs. I hope everything goes well for all the players. I hope nobody gets seriously injured or any of those kind of things. And another thing too, what do you guys think is going to happen with the Coyotes? Now, I'd definitely be sad to see the team go, but then again, I was sad to see the team go that the Coyotes were before, and that was the Winnipeg Jets. But I'm glad to see the Winnipeg Jets back. I'm hearing something about the Coyotes possibly moving to Utah. I think I believe that was the top city that was being spoken about at one point. That would probably be another question that I would probably have for you guys. If the team does go to Utah, what do you guys think the name should be? Or where would you guys like to see a team, or what team would you guys like to see come back? If there's a team that you guys would like to see come back. I know there's a few teams that I would love to see come back. The Quebec Nordiques would be a team. I would love to see those guys come back. The Hartford Whalers would be another decent team to bring back. I'd be really interested to see those teams come back. Now, there was something about Texas getting another team taken back over into Houston. If anyone lives in Texas and you guys are a Dallas Stars fan, I would love to hear from you guys about your thoughts about bringing another team into Texas. Because I have mixed feelings about bringing another team into Texas. It would be like bringing another team near Toronto. You know, to me, you have all these diehard Maple Leaf fans, or in this case for Texas, it's Dallas Stars fans. How many Dallas Stars fans are going to be willing to start cheering for Houston? You know, like, are you guys willing to change your guys' favorite team to go from the Dallas Stars to the Houston Aeros? I'm guessing is what they're going to be called, because I've heard rumors that's what the name's going to be. But overall, what's your guys' thoughts about some of this NHL news? Yeah. But I wanted to speak a little bit about the plans for my channel. I'm really going to try to see what I could do about uploading something every single day. It's kind of why the Mav BA Pro is out. So if I don't feel like playing a goaltender BA Pro, I could play players. So that would be one. I want to bring an F123 career mode, but F124, I believe it is. I'm having a memory lapse right now. I heard the newer one's gonna come out at least anyway soon, so you know, I might wait until that comes out and then maybe start a series there. If they have a breaking point, I have been thinking about doing a breaking point series with the first going into the second part of the breaking point, just to experience the storyline again. I've experienced it before, but based on what I know is going to happen in, like, if I played the breaking point from 21, I would probably have a different perspective of the of the story mode, but I would also give you what my first reactions were to some of them. So beautiful, boys. But I'm thinking about doing an F1 manager. Thinking about maybe doing a race weekend every single weekend, and maybe just kind of more use it to like discuss F1 news, what I'm hearing, what everybody else is hearing in the comments, you know, that kind of thing. I've also thought about it being start doing it more of a live, like streaming it live. But then again, I've also had the thoughts of my other buddy who I've done an F1 video with on the channel here. I was thinking about me and him maybe sitting there talking about F1 news that we've heard over like the week and what our suspicions are about what's gonna happen. You know, like I got a lot of really interesting ideas about what we might be able to do with some of these things. I'm thinking about like a 7 Days to Die commentary series where maybe I could like kind of like speak my mind about things, something that might be on my mind a bit more. I think it would probably be more of a review of like some of the channels that I watch that do 7 Days to Die content. Mainly because, of course, I'm on console. I don't have the PC version. I don't have a PC. So that's definitely a start to some of the ideas that I'd like to bring to this channel. Because the console version of 7 Days to Die is basically like your vanilla. It's basically as original as it comes, you know what I mean? So there's not really a lot that I could do other than maybe try to like sum up some of the days on 7 Days to Die and maybe just kind of show you like my horde fights. Not an expert on horde fights and horde bases and things like that. You know, I'm just a guy that watches a lot of YouTube and got inspired to make his own YouTube channel and have these kind of videos where I'm playing hockey and maybe talk a little bit about hockey, and maybe when the trailer comes out for NHL25, you know, maybe I'll say my thoughts on what I think about what the game looks like. I might do the trial beta thing again this year. I did last year for this game. And I instantly told a buddy of mine that it was a copy and paste. That's what it felt like. It didn't feel like anything changed in gameplay, maybe a bit smoother kind of thing, but that's about all it was. There's still a lot of problems with the game and that were not dealt with, and I don't know, he thought I was crazy when I said that, but to be honest, it's still my opinion at this point. It's a copy and paste. And I kind of said that in my rant that it's a copy and paste, and I'm not going to get back into it, but you know, I might do that and put my thoughts on gameplay, and I won't be able to show you guys footage, obviously, but I could still like play this and still say my opinion on the matter, you know. But yeah, I'd be really interested to know what everybody thinks that's going to happen in the playoffs this year. Who's ultimately going to win the cup? Who's going to pass through the first round? What your guys' thoughts are with new teams possibly being brought in, the Coyotes being moved. And I'd like to hear if you guys like any of my ideas about different situations in different games, commentaries. Like, I kind of want this to be sort of like a commentary where, you know, I can ask questions. I'd still like to get back into like commentating this game, but I was watching a lot of YouTube videos and things that were kind of on my mind in this video. There it is. You're getting some luck here.
That's career goal number 50 for him.
Well, yeah, we can double check our note change, but I believe that it is number 50. That's a nice number. He's got to feel pretty good about it.
So we'll get back to this game for basically half of the game. Obviously, that last game we played quite well until the third period, so we're playing solid now against the Edmonton Oilers, so I think we're finally getting things that we need for this series. So much of that rant's going to be cut out. I apologize on that rant about the way EA makes the game, but it is also an interesting topic that I want to hear you guys talk about. Like, how do you guys feel about these games? Like, I kind of still enjoy playing them, but like some of that enjoyment that I had when I was a kid with these NHL games it's died. But right now we're enjoying our time here playing in these games. Come on, guys. There we go. Ooh. Oh, I do have to say right now, I am in the middle of making a new intro for Jake's Be a Pro. So, won't be seeing the same ones over and over and over again. At this point, I'm kind of hoping to put that certain word out there to be able to put that in the video. There he is, Mr. Jake Anderson. Let's just hope that his career starts to improve later on here. This has just been an absolute horrible season for Jake and the Chicago Blackhawks. I'd really like to see what's gonna happen with the trade deadline there. I just want to know who's going to be moved. What kind of new players do we get? What kind of dynamics of the team are we going to have? Is it going to be something that we can build off of? You know, like maybe I'll start seeing where the Chicago management wants to take this team. Because to be honest, if things don't start to really improve, like I don't want to wait until trade deadline to ask for a trade. But I don't want to wait till the end of the season to see what's going on with this team. I'd like to go to a team that can actually be a possible challenger for the cup. But at the same time, I kind of want to put faith into EA at making really good decisions that this coach would actually want to make right now. Like, to be honest, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. But I was just going to say, you look at some of those names right there, you got some assets that you can move around that can show a possible direction that you want to go. Like, I could go through the roster again, and the roster will just show you the age gap, the ages that we have on this team. And there goes Deshady. And some of these puck bounces, like, holy cow. And I really don't see their use of these X factors, especially for the goaltenders. Oh, they gave more love to the goaltenders. I do not see any of it. I just think some of these X factors, especially for the players, are way overpowered. Oh boy. Boarding. Mr. Leon Draisaitl. Come on, Chicago. Oh, come on, boys. We're on a power play and we can't even get started because they keep checking you guys as soon as you cross the line. Dump it, pass it, do something with it. Ten seconds left. There's the dump in, but still not going to do anything because nobody was getting ready for it. Mr. Nurse. You guys had a better chance there than when you were on the power play. Oh wow, 17 didn't. That would be another thing that I'm talking about with programming. He was going for the puck and then he decided he wasn't going to go for the puck, but yet if he went for the puck, it probably would have been a better decision than what he did. You gotta shut him down. Oh, and I forgot to say that we are on a challenge from the coach. No more than 6 goals let in the next 3 games. And so far, we only have 4. No, 3. 3. Oh, nice play. Come on, Chicago. Let's go. Oh. Oh. Nice. Definitely want to try stopping McDavid as much as possible. And then again, Draisaitl is almost just as dangerous, to be honest. Come on, Chicago. And there it is. The end of this video, the end of game 2. Thank you everybody for watching. If you guys liked what you guys saw, please leave a like. If you're new to the channel, consider hitting the subscribe button. It would help tremendously with both of those to help grow the channel. This is also our first time that we've actually finally had 2 wins in a video. Hopefully next time we can keep the winning streak alive. Until next time, we'll see you guys later. Take care.